Hello again, everyone, and welcome from Moore Park in Arcola. Another high school baseball webcast on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Today it's a Little Okaw Valley Conference contest between the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights and the Arcola Purple Riders. On the mound for Arcola is Richard Jager. First man up to the plate for the Knights is Brad Miller. He takes the ball in the dirt for ball one. Beautiful day here in Arcola, sunny, not much wind, believe it or not. 1-0 the count to Miller. He'll take a pitch high for a ball, and it's 2-0. Brad Miller, Shandon Hirschberger, and Tyler Schuring, the first three batters up for the Knights here in the first inning to face right-hander Richard Jager. The 2-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and the count is 2-1. We'll give you the rest of the Knights batting order in just a moment, as Miller awaits the 2-1 pitch. High and inside, ball three, and the count 3-1 to the right-handed hitting second baseman Brad Miller for the Knights. The 3-1 pitch outside for a ball. And Miller draws the leadoff walk. That'll bring up the catcher, Shandon Hirschberger. Outfield, playing a little around to left field, big gap in right center field. Miller with a short lead. First pitch, squares to bunt, the ball goes down the first baseline. Pitcher fields it, and everybody's safe. First baseman had to scramble back to make the catch, and he dropped the baseball. So there are runners at first and second with nobody out, and it brings up Tyler Schuring, the center fielder. Schuring, right-handed hitter. All-around athlete for Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Stretched by Jager, the first pitch. Schuring squares to bunt. And it's a ball. Runners at first and second, nobody out, we're just underway. Craig Moffitt, the head coach for the Knights, down in the third base coach's box. Dale Schuring, his assistant. There's a ground ball under the glove of the shortstop in the left field. Miller's going to come around third. He's going to score standing up. And the Knights draw first blood. Schuring with a base hit and an RBI. And the Knights take a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Ross Ryan, the third baseman. Right-hand hitter. Stands deep in the box, open stance. Jager to the stretch. First pitch is a called strike. Ryan squared to bunt. Pulled the bat back. The ball was in the strike zone. And a strike one. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Already 1-0 lead for the Knights. Stretched by Jager. The pitch hit back up the middle off the pitcher's glove into short right center field. Here comes the runner around third. He's going to try to score. The throw home is cut off by the pitcher. And it's a 2-0 lead. Give the RBI to Ryan. Hit it right back up the middle. Jager knocked it down and went out into short right center field. That gave Hirschberger the opportunity to score. So still runners at first and second, still nobody out. And it brings up Jeremy Plank, the shortstop. First pitch. Plank squares to bunt and fouls the pitch off for strike one. Plank playing shortstop for the Knights this afternoon. Miller, Hirschberger, Schuring, Ross Ryan, Jeremy Plank, Noah Yantis, Clayton Hahn, Logan Connor, and Corey Griffin, the batting order for the Knights this afternoon. One strike to count. Pitcher looks back at the runner, the pitch home, ground ball to short. Takes a while to get it out of his glove, but he still has time to throw out the runner at first for the first out. Ball hit out to set still at shortstop. Looked like he was having a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove, but he had plenty of time to make the play. Runners advance a base. And it brings up Noah Yantis, the first baseman. Tall right-handed hitter. The stretch by the pitcher. And the delivery is in the dirt. Good stop by the Riders catcher, Justin Coons. Yantis, tall right-handed hitter.
Big one with nobody there. Still nobody.
Stands about 6'6". Here's a pitch line back up the middle. Knocked down by the second baseman. No play. One run is going to score. Here's a throw home. And the runner is out trying to score. Ryan thrown out after Schuring scored. So there's 2 out, 3 runs are in.
Come on, Hondo, help yourself.
On the play, Yantis went down to second base. And that brings up Clayton Hahn, the pitcher. First pitch, high and inside. For a ball. 3 runs are in for the Knights. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Look back at the runner at second. The pitch home is a called strike at the letters. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Arthur Lovington coming in with a 2-9 record on the season. Arcola 2-7. There's a foul back to the screen. So these two teams are looking for a win. Noah Yantis, the runner down at second.
Send your hands to the ball.
3-0. Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond in the lead.
Nobody, Noah. You're good. You're fine.
Jaeger goes to the belt. The pitch on the way. Ground ball, knocked down by the pitcher. He has it, makes the throw to first. And that's the end of the inning. But Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond scores 3 in the top of the first. 3 base hits, 1 error, and there is 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom half of the first here at Moore Park in Arcola. The score, Arthur Lovington 3, Arcola coming to bat. We move to the bottom half of the first inning here at Moore Park in Arcola. Leading off for the Purple Riders will be Daniel Mendoza. He'll be followed by Blake Lindenmeyer and Devin Warren to lead off the inning. On the mound for the Knights of Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond is right-hander Clayton Hahn. The Knights scored 3 in the top of the first. Arcola getting its first chance at the plate. And their leadoff man will be their center fielder, Daniel Mendoza.
No, you gotta be in some
Hahn looks in for the sign, and the first pitch on the way. Fly ball center field. Tyler Schuring right there to make the catch. And there's 1 out. Next batter will be Blake Lindenmeyer, the second baseman. Right-handed hitter.
Stand tall, 2, 3, come on now.
He's a freshman. Comes up to the plate, facing Hahn. First pitch, called strike 1, right in there. Lindenmeyer playing second base today. Next pitch outside for a ball, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Devin Warren in the on-deck circle for the Purple Riders. And the next pitch is a called strike. And Hahn gets ahead of the number 2 hitter for the Riders. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way is high. And the count is even at 2-2. Hahn was hoping that one would break into the strike zone, but it stayed high. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up the third baseman, Devin Warren. Right-hand hitter, nobody on, 2 out. We're in the bottom half of the first. The Arcola Purple Riders at the plate. Here's a swing and a miss. Hahn took a little bit off of that one and gets ahead 1 strike and nothing. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball to the right side. First baseman Yandis gets it, throws to the pitcher covering, and the side is retired in order for Arcola. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We've played an inning at Arcola with the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights leading the Arcola Purple Riders by a score of 3-0. Go to the top half of the second inning. Leading off for the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights will be their designated hitter, Logan Connor. He's batting for Turner Emberton, who's playing the outfield this afternoon. Connor, left-hand hitter, facing right-hander Richard Jaeger. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Hey, you've seen it now. Jump on a fastball.
Connor, Griffin, and back to the top of the order with Brad Miller. First 3 batters due up for the Knights. There's a pitch high and away for a ball, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Left-handed hitter, center fielder, swung a little bit toward right field. Pitch hit on the line into left center, and it skips past the left fielder. It's going to go almost to the fence, and Connor will go into second base standing up. Kind of a bad hop double that time, but leadoff man is on second base. That caught past Ramon Garza in left field. Came within a few feet of the fence. That brings up Corey Griffin.
Right there, you're good. You're right there. What's the deal?
First pitch, squared around the bunt, drew the bat back, and was outside for a ball. Pretty good sized gaps in the alleys. Left center, right center.
You're fine. Nobody.
Pitch on the way. Again, Griffin squared as if to bunt, pulled the bat back, and that was in the strike zone. And the count is even at 1-1. Runner on at second, nobody out. We're in the top of the second inning. The pitch. Bunted foul into the screen. And the count is 1-2.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Devin Warren at third, Seth Still at short. Blake Lindenmeyer at second base. Robert Hill at first. Justin Coons is the catcher. Look back at the runner. Here's the pitch home. It's outside for a ball. And the count is even at 2-2. Brad Miller in the on-deck circle. He walked and scored to lead off the ball game. To the belt. Jaeger goes to the stretch. The pitch called, strike 3. Griffin squared the bunt, pulled the bat back. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Jaeger. And it'll bring up Brad Miller, the second baseman. Logan Connor on at second with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Pitch is low for a ball. Garza in left. Daniel Mendoza in center. Pantier is in right. Corner outfielders playing close to the lines. Here's a pitch high and inside. Good stop by the catcher to keep that one from going to the backstop. 300 feet down the left field line, 337 to center field, and 303 to right here at Arcola. Here's the stretch by Jaeger, the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count to Brad Miller with Shandon Hirschberger on deck.
Let's go, Richard. You're good, kid.
First 4 batters reached base for the Knights.
You're good right there.
In the first inning, they scored 3 runs. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 4. So Brad Miller draws his second walk of the ball game. So runners at first and second, nobody, or one runner, 1 out. And it brings up Shandon Hirschberger. He tried to sacrifice, reached on an error. Here's the pitch. Another's bunt down the first baseline. That is going to curve foul. First baseman picks it up. Almost let that go a little bit too long. It could have kicked back into fair territory, but the first baseman, Hill, finally touched it in foul territory for a strike. Connor at second, Miller at first, 1 out. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And the count to Hirschberger is no balls, 2 strikes. Outfield fairly deep, especially in left and center.
Good, Logan. More, Connor.
Here's a pitch, swung on and hit down the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. Here comes a runner around third. He's going to go into the plate standing up. And Hirschberger doubles into the left field corner. Connor scores. Miller goes to third.
Let's go, Tyler.
And the batter is Tyler Schuring. He singled, drove in a run in the first inning. 4-0, Knights on top. Stretched by Jaeger, the pitch just outside for a ball. Runners at second and third, 1 out for the Knights. Here in the top of the second, 4-0. Here's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, but he jumped on it before it got too far away. And the count is even at a ball and a strike.
Now be ready, Riders. Be ready, boys.
You're good, Shandell. Nobody.
Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. And the count is 2-1. Schuring, a junior, 6 feet tall. Plays quarterback in football, plays basketball. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way to Schuring. Ground ball through the hole into left field. 1 run's going to score. Here comes another run across the plate. And the throw is late. And 2 more runs score for the Knights. And it's now a 6-0 ball game. 3. Three runs batted in for Schuring this afternoon. And that brings up the third baseman, Ross Ryan. Runner at first, 1 out. 3 runs are in. Here's Schuring going for second, and Ryan is hit by the pitch. And there are runners at first and second. That'll bring up Jeremy Plank, the shortstop. Plank grounded out to short in the first inning. Knights already going through the lineup for the second time. Here's Schuring taking off for third, the throw in the dirt. And Schuring is in there safely with a stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Plank. Schuring at third, Ryan at first. Jaeger to the stretch. And the pitch on the way, high and inside. It comes back to the screen. Schuring heads for the plate, and he slides in safely. And the runner's going to go for third, and he is safe. Ryan went to second on the wild pitch. Took off for third. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Knights. 2-0 the count to Plank. Runner at third, one out. The pitch. High and inside, ball three.
Don't take one off the dome.
And Jaeger is having some trouble finding the strike zone here in the second inning. To the stretch, the pitch. Called strike. And the count is 3-1. Noah Yantis on deck for the Knights. 3-1 pitch by Jaeger. Fly ball, left center field. That is going to get down, and it's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. Ryan scores. And Plank with a ground rule double that hopped over the left center field fence. And it's an 8-0 lead. And the batter is Noah Yantis. He singled and drove in a run in the first inning. Here's the pitch, fouled back on the first base side, out of play.
Dude, you missed just in time.
0-1 the count.
Just my way.
Runner down at second, one out. 5 runs are in for the Knights. Here in the top of the second inning, the stretch by Jaeger, the pitch on the way. Swung on and foul tipped, and it's 0-2. 3 in the first, 5 so far here in the second for Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. And they're 2 out. That'll bring up the 9th batter in the inning, Clayton Hahn, the pitcher. That is the second strikeout for Jaeger. Hahn grounded out to end the first inning. And he bats with a runner at second and 2 out. The pitch on the way. Ground ball out to short. Shortstop has it, throws, and it gets away from the first baseman. And a runner's going to score. Throw was low and away from set still for Robert Hill. Plank running with 2 outs, scores from second. That's going to bring up the 10th batter of the inning. Logan Connor, he doubled to left center. First time up in the inning. And he takes the ball for the first pitch. Pitcher looks over at the runner. Here's the pitch. Little blooper down the left field line. That's going to drop in for a hit. Hahn stops it. Second. And Connor has his second hit of the ball, second hit of the inning, as a matter of fact. And that brings up Corey Griffin, the left fielder.
Come on, Corey, let's get it. Let's go.
Come on, Corey, your turn. Let's go.
Runners first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. First pitch is a called strike. Griffin was called out on strikes to start the inning. He's the 11th man to bat here in the second. The pitch, ground ball up the middle. That is going to get through. And the runner holds up at third. Hahn holds up. And the bases are loaded with 2 out, and that brings up Brad Miller, the second baseman. Miller has been on base twice via the base on balls. He scored a couple runs. First pitch high and away for a ball.
Ball low in the zone, what you want to hit. Come on, 2 out.
6 runs here in the inning. 9 for the ball game for the Knights, and we're in the top of the second. Jaeger pitching from the windup with the bases loaded. Here's a pitch fouled straight back, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Miller, a sophomore, right-hand hitter. And the pitch is high for a ball.
One's your zone, Brad.
2-1 the count. Bases loaded with 2 out. Here in the top of the second inning. The pitch on the way. Ground ball to the left side. Knocked down by the shortstop, but no play. And a run scores. Hahn scores. Miller reaches on the infield hit. Base is still loaded. 2 out. Hirschberger the batter. Hirschberger reached on an error on a sacrifice and doubled. Here's a pitch high and inside for a ball. Both teams looking to get some momentum as we come down to the last few weeks of the season. Here's a hit down the right field line. That's going to drop in. 1 run will score. Connor scores. Griffin scores. And Hirschberger with a 2-run single down the right field line. And we're going to have a pitching change. So there's a timeout for the pitching change. Two runs scored on that base hit to make it 11-0 in favor of the Knights. And the new pitcher will be a left-hander, Devin Warren. He came in from third base, and he'll be taking the place of Jaeger. See what other position changes are going to be made. Looks like Jaeger will probably be going to third base, but we'll wait and see when we get back to action. 9 runs in for the Knights here in the top of the second inning. That's a 12-0 lead for the Knights. Turing coming up for the third time this afternoon. The second time this inning. He's got a couple hits. He's driven in 3 runs, scored twice.
What do you say here, 2-1? I feel nice backwind here, kid.
So Jaeger goes to third base. Warren the pitcher, the first pitch. Ground ball to second base. He grabs it, flips to the shortstop covering for the force out. And that is the end of the inning. 9 runs for the Knights. 8 hits for Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. And 1 error, a couple runners left. So we go to the bottom half of the second, and the Knights lead it by a score of 12-0. We move to the bottom half of the second inning here at Moore Park in Arcola. Riders down 12-0 after an inning and a half. And the first batter up will be Justin Coons, the catcher. He'll be followed by Seth Still and Richard Jager. The first pitch from Hahn is outside for a ball. Arcola went down in order in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch on the inside part of the plate, or off the inside part of the plate. And the count is 2-0. Clayton Hahn, right-hander on the mound. Throws high and inside for a ball. And the count is 3-0. 14 batters came to the plate for Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond in the top of this inning, and Hahn is a little rusty after the long wait. And the Riders have their first base runner of the ball game. That'll bring up the shortstop, Seth Still. Still the starting shortstop for the Riders. First pitch fouled off to the right side. Still head squared to bunt, pulled back and swung on the pitch and fouled it off to the first base side for a strike. Arcola wearing purple jerseys with white trim, white pants. Here's a fly ball center field. Schuring coming into right center makes a running catch for the out. Well hit ball that time by Still, but Schuring ranged to his left and made the catch for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jager, who's now playing third base for the Purple Riders. First pitch is a ball. Coons on it first with one out. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. The pitch by Hahn skips in, low for a ball, and the count is 2-0. 2-0 the count to Jager with Hill on deck. Throw over to first. Just kind of a reminder to Coons that he's paying attention to him. He knows he's over there. Hahn to the belt, brings a pitch, ground ball up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Second baseman gets it, flips to first, throws to first for the double play. Hahn knocked that down. Second baseman grabbed it, threw the set to the shortstop covering second for the force out, and then threw on to first for the double play. So that's going to go 1, 4, 6, 3 for the double play. And in the inning for Arcola, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 2 innings at Arcola. And the score, Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond at 12, Arcola, nothing.